As Informed Christians always says, this is not a prediction, it's a watch. I'll add this is not a teaching, it's a study. I never really paid too much attention to the end times until this past year since I woke up to all the deception. So feel free to add to the study by discussing it in the comments section. But during the summer, I found out about the numbers 923. I watched Renee M's videos before I realized she was a false prophet. There were many more, but I think she had the most I have ever seen in one place. It seemed like they were pumping out the numbers 923 more than 911. It seemed like predictive programming. Renee predicted the rapture would occur this year on September 23rd. I believe her numbers all required this year being the year. The rapture didn't happen, which means she's a false prophet. But that doesn't take away from the fact that the numbers were placed in our media. I just ran into another video that talked about seeing the numbers 923 again. It seems like it hasn't stopped. From watching the Informed Christians channel, I was introduced to a sign in the stars that I wanted to discuss. Revelation 12:1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a man-child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. From watchfortheday.org, a page I'll link to below. Revelation 12 comes right after the conclusion of the 7th trumpet, and what is the end of the 7-year tribulation. With chapter 12, we cut away from that time to a picture of the overall war of Satan upon Israel and the Messiah. The woman is Israel, and the 12 stars are the 12 tribes of Israel, paralleling Joseph's dream. The moon and the sun also represented his mother and father, Genesis 37:10. And as we later learn in Revelation 12, the child is the Messiah. This sign plays out in the heavens on September 23, 2017, when the sun goes down in Israel. That day is Tishri 3 and the fast of Gedalia. There's a lot more on that page, so I'll link it below and you can check it out. Matthew 24:29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the 4 winds, from one end of heaven to the other. The sign, the Son of Man, could be seen as the star alignment we see on September 23, 2017. So is the sign in heaven the end of tribulation? Well, since the Bible says we won't know the day or time, it's probably not. But what if the powers that be wanted to act like it was? What if around 2017 they pumped people in the Christian crowds up, thinking that the sign in the sky was about the coming of Jesus? They could have Christian shills saying that the signs in the movies weren't put there by the producers and actors, but put there through God's intervention to wake them up. Of course, I believe they were put there by demons influencing the people who had no idea they were being used. But the New World Order is all about having people in the state of chaos so that they can bring order to it. What if they create chaos, as they've been doing, for the next year and 9 months, and then put up their deception in the form of aliens or a pagan sun god replicating what should be a sign for Jesus, and they'll just claim it's the sun god? That is the same thing. They'll say the woman has a sun at her head. They can claim it's Nimrod being born. They'll claim Nimrod was Jesus, and Christians were really worshiping the sun god, as many truthers now are trying to claim. There's a big push in the truth movement for people to say that Christianity is only sun worship. But if you still think that's the same thing, watch my videos, Christianity, Catholicism, Pagan, a look at the pagan god worship in the Trinity. The Bible also says clearly we aren't to worship the sun, moon, stars, Baal, or hosts of heaven. 2 Kings 23:5. He did away with the idolatrous priests when the kings of Judah had appointed to burn incense in the high places in the cities of Judah and in the surrounding area of Jerusalem. Also those who burned incense to Baal, to the sun, and to the moon, and to the constellations, and to all the host of heaven. So he did away with the idolatrous priests. Obviously, he doesn't want us worshiping the sun. It's not the same thing. So whoever appeared at this point in time, if this theory was correct, whoever appeared could be aliens or a sun god. They would appear to solve the problems that we have and bring world peace. Either way, I think it's an interesting day to keep an eye on. Let me know if you've seen any references to 923 recently since September. I think stuff happened in September with the Pope going to the UN and declaring the New World Order in a way, hidden from the general populace, but, you know, the truthers saw it. This doesn't take away from that at all. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything in the past is repeated in the future. All the Old Testament prophecies can be seen in various ways in the New Testament too. Let's see, I think it was pretty peculiar that the stars and the planets lined up this way on 9/23 in 2017. I'll show a clip of stellarium, and you can see what happens on September 23rd in Jerusalem, as they stated on the website earlier. And also, I'll leave a link below for Informed Christians channel too, so you can check them out. Thanks, have a great day. I just found a new video that I wanted to add on. I'm going to put the link below. It's called How Rare is the Revelation 12 Heavenly Sign, 23 September 2017. Once in 7,000 years. So I'll link that below too. Thanks for watching. Bye.